The number one reason why students ignore you is because you lack authority. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 8 things that will restore your authority or give you the authority you need to get students to listen to you, respect you, follow your directions, etc. Okay, before we get there though, please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I really appreciate it. Love hearing from you, so I love reading those comments, and I'll answer as many as I can. Okay, so all of these are going to be in the form of who you need to be or the traits that you need to acquire. Now, all of these are doable, and we'll talk a little bit at the end of the video about how you can acquire each of these traits, but they're pretty straightforward. The first one is you must be calm. You must be calm. This must be your default personality with students calm throughout the school day. Now, we've talked about this in other videos, and I've written on this topic how important it is. But as it relates to authority, when you show nervousness, anxiety in front of students, when you're running around and moving a lot in the classroom, when you lose emotional control, in the students' eyes, they see this as weakness. And they won't have as much respect for you as when you stay calm. When you're calm, you appear to be a leader worth following, and it gives you greater authority. Number 2, you must be assertive. Assertive. So no matter what you do, you need to be sure of yourself. You need to be absolutely sure of what you're going to say, what your goals are, what you want your students to do. And so this means that you must be, and this is number 3, they go together, you must be prepared. So you need to know what you want from your students and what it looks like. Sometimes this takes some visualization on your part before your lesson, but you never want to hem and haw and hesitate in front of students, because this shows them, or it appears as if you don't know what you're doing, and this weakens your authority. Number 4, you must be tall. And this refers to your body language. If you're hunched over and looking at the ground and not making firm eye contact, which you should be doing all the time, you should be making eye contact with students all of the time. If you're not doing that, you appear weak. And so you always want to stand with your shoulders back and your chin in, and carry yourself with a sense of confidence. Even if you don't always feel it on the inside, you want to carry yourself that way, because simple body language communicates a lot. We've heard more than 90% of communication is nonverbal. And so it's important that you stand tall. It's also important that you stand, we mentioned this in number 1, is to stand in one place. Move to a side of the room and stop and stand. Give your students something to look at as you're giving directions. So the idea here is not to be fidgety and not running around the classroom, but to move in such a way that shows confidence. Number 5, you must be concise. Most teachers talk way too much. And the fewer words you use, the better listening you'll have in your classroom. And again, it also shows that you are prepared, you know what you want. And whenever you dovetail off topic, now it's okay during lessons to bring in stories and anecdotes to support and add context to your lessons. But if you're talking while you're thinking, like you're thinking about what you're going to do next and you're talking aloud to students, or you're pausing because you're not sure where you want to go or what you want to do, then this shows weakness. And so you want to be really clear. Pausing is good. So it's okay to pause and wait, collect your thoughts, and then be clear about what you want. Your communication, your direct, clear, understandable communication shows greater authority. So you want to be concise in everything you do. Most teachers would do fantastic if they cut a half of all the things, all the words that they use throughout the day. So half the amount of talking they do per day, and they'd see much, much greater respect and listening. All right, number 6, very, very important, is you must be consistent. You must be consistent. Consistent in personality, so consistent in your calmness, assertiveness, preparation, all these things. You need to be the same person every day. We've talked about how important it is to be consistently pleasant, that this gives you great leverage. It's a great way to build really strong rapport and relationships with students. But the key is it has to be every single day. When you come in and the students know whether you're in a good mood or not, or you tell them, oh, I'm not in a very good mood today, or whatever, you can never, ever, ever say that. It makes you look weak. It weakens your authority. They need to see the same consistent, prepared, strong leader every single moment. We're going to get to a little bit more on this in number 7 and 8. Consistency also refers to your assertiveness in following your classroom management plan. This is, and you know this if you're a follower of smart classroom management, it is the really core of the program of your success in classroom management is to have a classroom management plan that you follow to a T. A lot of this standing tall, making eye contact, good supervision, this sort of thing is so you can hold students accountable. Your assertiveness, so you can hold students accountable, but you must do it every single time. If just one time a student misbehaves and you let it go for whatever reason, your students will see it and they'll know it, and it will show fear, which again weakens your authority. If you are afraid to hold students accountable, they'll know it and they will take advantage of it. Which brings us to the next one. You must be courageous. You must be courageous. In this day and age, teaching is tough. Kids are tough, and so you need to prepare yourself each day, not just in what you're going to teach, but prepare yourself to be bold and courageous in order to follow through on these things. So, of course, there are days when you're not feeling this way, but you have to, as you're in your car going to work, you have to get yourself to that place where you can be that person throughout the day. In a previous video, we talked about how teaching in many ways is a performance. Because in order to get what you want from students, in order to be an effective teacher, you have to be a certain way. And the teacher who has these traits, or able to have these traits throughout the school day, is going to be far more effective than those who don't. And so not all of these come naturally to everyone. They don't all come naturally to me. You have to work on these things. And you have to work on being courageous before your students enter the classroom. Okay, last one. Maybe the most important that ties it all together. You must be stubborn. You must be stubborn. Absolutely relentless in your stubbornness, that this is who you're going to be. Consistent, especially. Following your classroom management plan, especially. You have to find a place in yourself that says, no matter what, I don't care. I'm following through. I'm doing what's best for these students, whether they know it or not, whether anyone in my school understands it or not. I'm going to do right by them. And in order to do right by your students, you must have authority. You must be a leader worth following. And so this stubbornness really ties all this together. Now, the question is, well, how do I acquire these? And the answer is you do slowly, day by day. I recommend writing this list down or taking a screenshot of this list and just reviewing it each day. And as your eyes go through it, you'll notice, okay, I need to do this better today. And the idea is that each day you get maybe 1% better, 2% better, and you keep working on it. And you'll notice that, like a graph, some of these will go pretty high on some days, and others you'll have to work on a bit. But over time, as they go up, you will see a direct correlation with how your students respond to you. Okay, I hope this helps. Hope you're having a great week. See you next time.